Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris L. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
All right, so this is our second part to the Arachnids in the UK, whatever. What did you think, Chris?
It wasn't terrible.
Okay.
It wasn't like the worst thing. After Rosa, I mean,
Ah.
that one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But this one, I just thought. Honestly, the best way I can put this is, this one was like bad but funny. Like
Okay.
I was at least entertained by like some of the bad things that were in it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm still trying to wrap my head around the idea that a lab that's testing spiders, and they're doing experiments on them and stuff, and they just kind of throw the carcasses away.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, actually. That
I'm still
wouldn't
trying
really
to wrap my head
happen.
around
And how could dead spiders with toxic waste come back to life?
Yeah, well, I guess what they were trying to say is that like they thought one of them was dead, but it wasn't really, and it was alive.
But then they just gave birth to tons of these things, right?
I guess, but the weird thing is that they looked like different species of spiders too.
Yeah.
So like how I don't know.
Somebody was just throwing out a lot of spiders.
Well, what was weird too? Like, I don't know, maybe if it was just me, and maybe I wasn't paying attention, and if I wasn't paying attention, then that's my fault, and that's in no way a strike against the episode or anything. But I felt like after they shot the big spider,
right.
I felt like there were a couple of scenes that were missed between that and then the end of the episode.
Okay.
Like when they were luring, like they're like, okay, we're luring all the little spiders into the safe room.
Right.
And then we're going to do whatever we do to them. But we never saw what happened.
I mean, I got that they can't kill the spiders, that they are going to keep them in a zoo or keep them alive. But here's the thing. Somebody's not going to do that. They're going to kill the spiders, bro. Yeah.
And when, what's his name? The guy running for president. When he shot the big spider, I was just kind of like, okay.
Right.
Like, the thing is suffocating to death. That's not why he shot it.
I mean,
but it was going to die anyway.
What are you going to do? Right. Right.
And
put him out of his right.
They were all like, "Oh, how dare you!" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, it was like all kind of weird PC type of thing. I don't know what that was about.
It really was. And like you could really see the undertones in this one, like more so than others. Like, oh, the rich white businessman is the villain.
White guy.
Everybody else, everybody else is good, but the rich white businessman is the bad guy.
He's bad. And all the people working for him were all different races, with the exception of one girl was a white girl, but she got eaten. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did you catch the thing in there too when he was like, "Why don't we just grab guns and shoot them like civilized people?"
Yeah.
I was like,
that was all. Come on.
Wow. I was like, wow.
So bad, Jim. Though you're so bad with that stuff. Come on.
But
if he was against Trump, why was he? Like, wouldn't he not be like Trump? If like that,
like when he said that, I was like, oh, so this is a good guy,
right? You would think that, but no, he's the same or whatever. Okay, no, I'm not saying Trump's a bad guy. I'm just saying, I mean, he's perceived as that, but like whatever. Like the guy is not a good guy at all. This guy.
And again, we had another failed attempt with the doctor trying to be funny, and she's just not. Like,
well, there was one scene in there you probably know pissed me the F off, right?
Which one?
The one that she said, insinuating that maybe she was a woman before.
Oh, I was a sister too. Yeah, when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, what?
You were probably envisioning me like breaking things in my house.
You know what the thing is? I rolled my eyes at that. I was like,
I thought that was a lie, though. I thought that she's just lying to the companions because they can't handle that she probably was a man, because they wouldn't understand that. I mean, they won't understand more that she's an alien than she would be a man. So, like, I think she's just lying. Instead of her being a brother, she just said sister. I think that way.
Because how do you explain that to these people that you just met? Like, by the way, I've never been a woman before.
Or she says, like, when she became part of the sisterhood, she could have used the perception filter for the first time.
Yeah.
And been like, here's the thing, like, all these things you see, like the psychic paper, the perception filter. She could have this could have been like a series in itself, like the Doctor just pretending to be a woman in this, and learning about the universe, like stuff like that, like with gadgets and sonic screwdrivers and all that stuff. And the first thing he ever did was turn the sonic screwdriver factory into a banana factory, whatever. But still, like, the whole thing is that I don't want to believe that the Doctor had incarnations before the first.
Yeah, me
that would ruin everything. Show be over.
That would throw off the regeneration count too, like wildly.
Yeah, and I know they would use the excuse intellectually, like, well, he wasn't a doctor, he was blah, 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 and then things happened after he went through all his cycle, and then he graduated after he went through his cycle. He graduated late, and then they gave him a cycle of generations as a Time Lord, and then he was the first Doctor, which I wouldn't go for that either. So,
no,
yeah,
me neither.
Not at all.
You know, and going back to what I was saying before, there were two things that she... Like, they're trying to make her quirky and funny. And, like, I get the quirky thing, but, like, it's going over the top. Like...
Are they trying to make her get closer to Yaz? Like, because I know they said maybe Yaz get closer to her, like, you know, bisexual, but are they trying to do that with her too, though?
Like, as weird as it might sound, I would be okay with that because, like, I don't want to know, like, I don't want it to be like, oh, well, when Time Lords regenerate, their sexual preference.
That's what I feel too. Like, she would still like women.
Still be attracted to women.
Still,
like, you know,
right.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I'd be okay with that or another character, whatever. But, like, she tried to say two things like, oh, dude, I say dude now. And I was like, that's not funny.
Yeah, that was weird for me.
And then, this was awful, this take. I don't know why they did this, but when he was like, oh, he's running for president in 2020. And she was like, Ed Sheeran?
I was
like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my.
Is this a thing now with her that she just calls people the wrong names? Is that like Tim Shaw?
You ever, like, it's almost like she's trying to be funny, but it's just not working. Like,
you know what I have envisioned her doing? Her encountering the Daleks and calling them Cybermen to piss them off?
Yeah, yeah.
Unless she's serious. Like where her brain is just Swiss cheese, maybe. Then that would be weird.
I don't know. I really don't know.
What do you rate it?
I'll give this one a 6 because I was entertained mainly by the crazy, you know, future president who was also a character in Sex and the City.
So it just passed. It just got above the line of passing.
It just passed, mainly because I was really hoping that guy, like, eventually becomes the Minister of War.
Yes.
And we can go nuts with him.
That would be good.
But I don't see that happening. I'm
that's supposed to be in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to let the whole Minister of War thing go. Because
I know.
I don't think we're going to see it.
I wanted to see that. All right, we're going to get out of here because I wanted to talk to you about other stuff. Thank you, Chris. Take care. Bye for now.